Welcome back to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast, where we talk manhood, tell stories, and discuss the stuff that matters to us, one sip at a time. Gentlemen, thank you for coming back.
What's up, Matt?
How's it going?
Good to be here.
Beautiful.
My leg hurts.
Your knee hurts. Beautiful weekend here in East Central Missouri. Mizzou beat South Carolina yesterday in football, so I guess that's good.
29-20.
Yep. We watched the end of it last night. Me and Caitlin had date night down in St. Charles. It was fun. We are in the process of preparing our house to go on the market. We are under contract for another house down in St. Peter's, and we'll be moving soon. So we're adding more stress on top of stress, which is always great.
Excellent. That's what life's all about.
Yeah. Life
is all about stress.
We keep telling ourselves, this is it. We're not moving again. This is the last one.
Yeah. Until next year.
We'll see. So this is the conclusion show for our Katy Trail expedition. And Kevin brought over a bourbon that is perfectly named for that trip that we just finished. What do we got?
It is the Rough Rider, the Happy Warrior, straight bourbon whiskey, cask strength. This is batch number 24, 114 proof. And it's produced by Long Island Spirits out of New York. And, we thought it was aptly named because of our 5-day bike ride, which some days can be rough depending on how you describe it. And so, the Rough Rider, but also being the Happy Warrior at the same time.
Yeah.
This particular bourbon is a blend of 5 different bourbons in which they put them all together, age it for 7 years in American oak barrels. And then at the end of that process, they take French oak barrels that were rinsed in brandy, and then they finish it in that. And then we get what we get at that point. And cask strength means that they add no water or dilute it in any way. So it comes out of the barrel as it is. And that's what we're drinking right now.
Yeah, I was wondering what their margins are on this. How much money did they actually make? Because that seems like a pretty expensive process to go through for only a $55 bottle.
Yeah, and it is released annually. I should have mentioned that. So the Happy Warrior is an annual release, and it is considered limited edition. They produce about 200 cases, thereabout, of
that's very limited
bourbon whiskey. The interesting thing is it's not the typical American spelling of whiskey. They leave out the E at the end.
Oh.
It's just KY at the end, whiskey, which kind of goes towards the traditional Irish, Scotch brands. And I did look that up a little bit because I was curious as to why they would put whiskey without the E versus the E. And in the States, there are several that do it, and there's really no rhyme or reason why.
Just optional, yeah.
For instance, Maker's Mark actually does it the same way, but they do it as an ode to their heritage of where they came from.
Mm-hmm.
And there are even some Irish and Scotch whiskeys that use the EY versus the Y, which I did not realize.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But they do have laws on how they label theirs.
Scotch especially, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is a high rye bourbon whiskey. It is, if I remember, what was it? 60, where's my notes?
Yeah, with the being high rye, you can really tell by the color too, because it has a rye color to it.
Yeah, it was a 60% corn, 35% rye, and a 5% malted barley.
Okay.
And so you can kind of get that. I mean, that's what I was getting in the flavors. The rye was coming out, and I was getting a little bit of the brandy, which, by the way, the brandy is made from Long Island grapes.
Okay.
That's where they make their brandy.
All right. What did you get on the nose? I'm curious on this one.
For me, it was straight up the typical caramel vanilla nose on this product.
I was getting first thing that popped in my head was like a little maple syrup and nutmeg, which I'm guessing comes from the rye, the spiciness. I wrote rye spice, but then I thought, no, that's a nutmeg. But a little maple syrup came through for some reason. And when I tasted it, I got a little bit of this is, I think, the first bourbon or whiskey I've tasted where I tasted a little citrus in there. And I got citrus and nutmeg on the taste, which usually the citrus for me comes on when I smell it. But this is the first one where I got, that popped in my
I think
head.
that comes from the brandy that they use to rinse the barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for me, the taste was the classic oak and vanilla, but also marshmallow.
Mm.
I was getting some of that, like a toasted marshmallow.
Yeah, I can see that.
Flavor, and it is a bit sweeter than you would get on a normal bourbon. And again, I think that's also because of the brandy rinse,
Okay.
the fruity sensation.
So Jeremy,
Not
is
real.
somebody who doesn't drink bourbon on a regular basis, what does it smell like to you?
Bourbon.
Smells like bourbon. Okay. Which is an acceptable answer.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of distinguishing training.
What about taste-wise? What do you think of the taste of this?
I'm used to mild things, so it's got a spicy taste, but it tastes good.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
I'm generally a rum
Rum.
person, so it's, in comparison, it's got some sting to it.
It is a little sweet like rum, though. Rum is
Yeah.
pretty sweet. And this has some sweetness to it.
True.
On the finish, I wrote back of the tongue, but also on the back part of the roof of my mouth, I can feel some heat. But not much, not a lot. For 114 proof, I was expecting this to be hotter in my mouth than what it is. So it's pretty smooth for 114 proof.
Yeah, I was getting the spiciness on the front and middle of the tongue, not so much on the back.
Yeah. Okay.
But I thought overall it was kind of a light finish.
Yeah.
It doesn't linger very long, actually, like some others.
No. A little bit of the corn came through also in the aftertaste for me. But overall, this is very good. A solid 3 stars for me, which is turning into a higher rating, I think, for me, after I adjusted my scale. Before, I probably would have gave this easily 4 stars.
Yeah, definitely 3 stars for myself as well.
Very good. So what we're going to do now is cut over to our trail recordings. We recorded day 1 through 4. And then when we get done with that, we're going to talk about day 5 and our recovery process and how everything's been going since then. Or
Yeah,
maybe
because the trail recordings were along the trail at
On the
each
trail.
day that we did it.
yeah, you'll hear some ambient noise, I'm guessing. But we'll be right back with that. I'll have a protein shake tonight before I go to bed. And that's it for supplement-wise.
Yeah.
You excited about tomorrow, Jeremy?
Absolutely.
How about you?
I'm thinking day 2 might be a bigger challenge than day 1.
Yeah, definitely going to have to do some stretching tonight before I go to bed, and probably first thing when I get up, before I even get out of my tent, I'll probably have to stretch out. So hopefully no Charlie horses, no cramping tonight. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after day 1, day 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be a piece of cake.
yeah, because let's see, day 3 we got an Airbnb.
Yep. Laundry.
Thanks to our princess.
Yeah.
That is our Airbnb.
request.
But thank you so much, because that's going to be great. And then we'll, what are we doing? Food delivery there? Have somebody come drop off food?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it there or after?
It's at the Airbnb. That's
Is
where
it?
they come. That was the location that you had said.
I haven't called him yet.
Okay, we should probably call them tomorrow
Yeah.
or tonight. But that's it, folks. Stay tuned for day 2 coming up next. Let me see. I got to open my phone. Bye.
Talk to you soon. East of Sedalia, and it was wide open agricultural country.
Yeah, it was the Osage Plains, right?
Yeah, it was
On
hot.
that end, then we crossed over to the Ozark Natural Divide. And then we just started climbing right from there. We hit the highest point of elevation is towards the beginning. What was it, 900 and what?
55.
955 feet above sea level. And then we must have gone way downhill because we climbed so much after that I swore that sign was lying. So I have my watch, my Garmin watch, and it sure enough, we were only at like 714 or something at that time. And I think right now I don't have my glasses on. We'll check it. But man, I thought we were done with the hills and they just kept coming.
Right. Oh, I was so worn out the last 10 miles that twice I got off my bike to walk, just to walk up the hill.
Yeah, and your bike is, you have half the gears that me and Jeremy have on our bike. So you can't go as low as we can or as high as we can. You're kind of mid-range. And that's the only thing that saved me, I'll tell you that.
My bike weighs like a pound. That was easy.
Yeah, Jeremy's got a high-speed carbon fiber bike. I just have carbon fiber forks, but Jeremy and I are both riding gravel bikes designed to be on the gravel. And Kevin has a hybrid bike, which could be road, gravel, or mountain bike. So we, let's see, what time did we set off today?
About 6:30.
Yeah, right at sun up. 6:30, headed out of Clinton. And it was nice smooth ride, deceptively. And we had we had breakfast at the hotel. And then we hit Sedalia eventually around noon.
Yeah, that was lunchtime.
And we had to get creative with how we crossed that highway to get over to the restaurants. Finally, we just crossed with traffic.
Sedalia to me seems un-Katy Trail friendly.
Yeah.
For access to their town.
Well, the
and
original
Katy Trail.
rail, you could tell what we were riding on was definitely not the rail. They must have tore it out.
Well, through the city after we ate and left, that was the original rail. All the city streets.
Really?
Yeah, that's original
that was
rail.
like sidewalks. It must have wound through there, kind of.
Yeah, the curve was the original rail with that rail that ran out. Then they detoured us.
So we had that like the double wide pavement trail.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, coming off the trail to get into town, if you want to eat, hang out, shop,
Nothing.
you're not doing it anyway.
Yeah, we had
easy.
to we had to backtrack and go through the state fairgrounds, and then cut across the highway. And
Of
go
which
around.
there's no pedestrian crossing,
No,
so
no
you have to
pedestrian
wait for
crossing.
people to give you the right of way to get across.
Yeah, so Sedalia, not Katy Trail friendly, didn't seem. So we had lunch. It was a good lunch, though.
Was.
Enjoyed it. We sat for about an hour, had lunch at the MKT. I don't know what that restaurant was really called. It's got a train car.
Yeah, the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas Railroad
Yeah.
is what it was.
Okay. Good lunch. Rested up. And then...
Yeah, they had a couch outside. I didn't want to get off the couch.
Yeah. And that's when it kind of really got brutal, was after that. After Sedalia.
Straight uphill.
Yeah, pretty much uphill the whole way.
Yeah.
So,
And we're not just riding a bike. I mean, we're all riding a bike with an additional 25 to 30 pounds on it.
yeah,
So, I mean,
everything.
It's putting some
we're
energy.
riding unsupported. I mean, we carry everything with us that we need, and we'll stop at restaurants and gas stations and grab food and
water wherever we can get
water
it.
wherever it is. I actually my Camelback ran dry about 2 miles from Pilot Grove. Luckily, I had some of the electrolyte water left, so I just drank that and I'm fine.
Saw some great sights.
Yeah, it was pretty, man. Real pretty.
Old railroad bridges that were part of the trail. One of them I took a picture of. The bridge was built back in 1910.
Wow.
And,
Yeah, you had the big truss bridge. That was cool.
yeah.
There's still an old signal light out there, one standing that we've seen so far. There might be more, but
Saw some occasional telegraph poles along the way.
even with the glass insulators on top, some of them still have the glass
Right,
insulator
yeah.
out there. Which those things are worth some good money if you can snag them, but it's a state park, so you shouldn't do that. We didn't do it. We were too busy suffering on our bike. There's no way I'm climbing up a pole. Well, it's starting to cool off a little bit here, so this is nice. We pitched our tents at the city park. Kevin's in a hammock. We'll see how that goes. Maybe the mosquitoes are going to pick him up and carry him away tonight.
Shh, they're not out yet.
That's weird. They're not out yet.
Yeah.
No breeze. It's nice.
Yeah, maybe the breeze is keeping them down. So it's just, air out the wet clothes a little bit and then we'll pack them up and on to, what's our next stop tomorrow?
I don't know.
I keep forgetting what the heck it is.
All I know is that no alarms tomorrow. We're just going to wake
No.
up when we wake up.
What you got, Jeremy?
Hartsburg is our next one.
Hartsburg, that's it.
American Legion.
So we're going to be staying at the American Legion's baseball field tomorrow. It'll be Sunday, so food will likely be scarce. I don't even know if they had a general store there, did they?
Can't remember.
A couple restaurants, but only one is open on Sunday. Hopefully we can catch that. And let's see, was it breakfast tomorrow at Casey's, I guess?
Looks like it.
That's the
Yum,
only
yum.
option.
I don't know if I'm eating breakfast at Casey's.
Yeah, we'll see how tonight goes.
I might just pick up water.
We'll be wrestling.
I mean,
over-
I got breakfast stuff in my bag.
Yeah.
Got meal shake.
They do have a waffle, egg sausage waffle sandwich.
Yep.
That looks pretty good. I might grab that. And a protein shake. I'll have a protein shake tonight before I go to bed. And that's it for supplement wise.
Yeah.
You excited about tomorrow, Jeremy?
Absolutely.
What about you?
I'm thinking day 2 might be a bigger challenge than day 1.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to do some stretching tonight before I go to bed, and probably first thing when I get up, before I even get out of my tent, I'll probably have to stretch out. So hopefully no Charlie horses, no cramping tonight. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure after day 1, day 2, 3, 4, and 5 will be a piece of cake.
yeah, because let's see, day 3 we got an Airbnb.
Yep. Laundry.
Thanks to our princess.
Yeah.
Got us our Airbnb.
My request.
But thank you so much, because that's going to be great. And then we'll, what are we doing? Food delivery there? Have somebody come drop off food?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it there or after?
No, it's at the Airbnb.
Is
That's where
it?
they come. That was the location that you had said.
I haven't called him yet.
Okay, we should probably call them tomorrow
Yeah.
or tonight. But that's it, folks. Stay tuned for day 2 coming up next. Let me see. I got to open my phone. Bye.
Talk to you soon.
And welcome to the end of day 2. Today we rode from Pilot Grove to Hartsburg, Missouri,
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty boring. It was just straight as an arrow.
A lot of sunlight.
A lot of sunshine.
You get to cross the Missouri River.
Yeah, across the Missouri River. That was cool.
Got passed by some e-bikes.
Boomers on e-bikes, as usual.
They were young. The 2 that blew past us later in the day,
Yeah.
they were young.
Really?
They were at least 50s.
No way.
Oh,
Not-
yeah.
I caught up to him before I hung back and listened to the music for a while while you guys went ahead. Then I was coming up, I came up behind them and passed them out because they stopped to look at something.
Yeah,
Oh. Okay.
they're boomers. But what else do we... Oh, you know what? Before we even talk about today, we need to go back to yesterday because we forgot to talk about the Amish incident.
The near-death experience.
Yeah, so Jeremy crossed the road. It was paved.
This was in Calhoun.
Calhoun, yeah. Jeremy went across the road and just turned to watch us die, apparently.
I didn't actually turn to watch. I just kept going.
He just kept on going. Noticed a horse and buggy coming up the road. And I get to the end right as you go through the gates, and I slammed on my brakes and skidded to a halt, and so did the horse and buggy. And that horse was like twice the size of a normal horse. It must have
he
been
reared.
a draft horse. Oh, yeah, he did. And the Amish, he definitely didn't cuss, but he probably
Well, I saw the look on his face.
said some kind of word, something in German. But yeah, almost got ran over by.
All I could do is wave as I rode by.
Yeah, I put my hand up. I said, I'm sorry, and went on through.
Yeah, right when I was getting to the road, I was just listening for a car, but there was no cars. I
Yeah.
heard something right as I got out on the road. I'm like, oh, crap. I don't have time to stop. I'm going to have to cut this dude off. And I heard him hit his wagon brakes. I'm like, okay. Sorry.
Then he started again. Did he start going again? And then we came across?
I don't know, because you were right on my butt.
I was
and
right
I yelled
there,
back hoarse, but I don't talk loud, so you didn't hear me.
Yeah. So we had to teach Jeremy some hand and arm signals.
Right.
But
Not the best communicator, nonverbal.
I don't even think he would have had time to throw up a hand or anything because he had.
There were bumps on it.
Yeah.
I still wasn't used to the weight of the bike yet.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Did I pause my thing?
Weight of the bike changed today. It was a really wonky yesterday. It was uneven. Felt like it was going to fall a lot. Today it felt solid.
Yeah. Did you move anything around? Change anything, or your body's just
I
adjusted?
think I just got used to the feel of the bike because
Yeah.
the weight it makes it so different.
Yeah.
I think our biggest challenge today, the two things were, number one, we were on this leg of the trip. It hit 99 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
The humidity was up.
Yeah.
That surprised me more than anything, was the humidity. And that I would probably say, at least 40% of the whole trail ride was open field.
Just corn on one side and soybeans on the other. And
Right.
it
And
seems
just
like it
getting
was the
beat down on
same
the sun.
the same scenery going by over and over and over again.
Right, but there were long periods where there was no shade breaks whatsoever.
Yeah. And we went by, me and Jeremy had an encounter with a suicidal squirrel. So we're coming down the trail. It looked like a log, like a piece of stick laying in the road.
Yeah.
And as we got closer, you see it's a squirrel laying flat on its belly with all of its legs out. Like
Sprawled,
it looked like it got hit by a car or something.
taking some sun in.
Just laying down, sunning himself, warming his belly, I guess, or her belly. I don't know. But did you ring your bell, or what did you do?
I rang the bell and then yelled at it.
Yeah,
And
and
it
so
ran
it,
underneath your damn tire.
it jumped up and ran right under my tire, missed getting squished by
Inch.
an inch maybe. So that was about it, man. We saw black snake today.
And a giant woodpecker.
Yeah, a big old woodpecker. Yeah, red-headed woodpecker. I don't know what their actual name is. That's about it. We went through Cooper's Landing, heard some live music.
Oh yeah, that was later. But Boonville,
Oh,
I
Redneck
give Boonville
Riviera.
credit for their visitor center.
Oh, Boonville was great.
The visitor center was well put together.
Yeah, very nice. And Boonville, period. Like just driving through town. I mean, they have a painted on bike trail on the roadway there where the Katy Trail goes across.
Mm-hmm.
You pass right by the casino, and then it takes you up to the
Bridge.
military. I guess it would be the military memorial,
Yeah, the Veterans Memorial.
Veterans Memorial, and then you cross the bridge, which was pretty cool too.
Right, because we came across another memorial for the Oregon Trail.
Oh,
Right?
really?
Isn't that what that was?
Oh no, that was
The stone one? The big stone thing?
Yeah, all the black stones.
Oh, it was a trail. It was someone who was a birth mother of a
that
trail or
was
something.
that was Daniel Boone's kids fought. They found Boone's Lick. They found a salt lick, in which all the trail kind of went that way. They basically discovered that, and then so westward expansion went through there.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then obviously leading up to, to enter Rocheport, you had to go through the only real tunnel that I've seen so far for
Yeah.
the train,
Yeah, we
carved
went
in
through.
stone, cut out. They cut right through the mountain on that one.
yeah. Went through the mountain, went through the rock, and then put stonework up along the sides and bricks on the roof. The bricks are missing from one side, or they didn't brick it. We don't know. But Rocheport was cool too. Seems a little high society there, though. Am I wrong?
Oh, Is that where we had lunch?
Yeah.
We just came to a winery and they were playing French music.
Yeah. It just seemed a little fancy, but it's Sunday. People go for. Well, we went to one. What was that first
Yeah,
place?
but we
went
weren't
to?
dressed any better than anybody else that was walking into the winery.
Maybe not. Yeah. What was the first place we went to?
Some roadside cafe, I don't remember.
They had like 3 full tables, like 10 open tables, and they're like, it'll be half an hour wait.
Yeah, 30 to 35-minute wait. And I said, for what? Like, what are we
Yeah.
waiting for?
I said the same thing. I was going like, why? And she gave me kind of a look.
Yeah. And then we asked, is there anywhere else to eat in town? She's like, I think that place down there serves food. I don't know. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, I think they were both about 17, 18.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
So we had a good lunch. I had steak and eggs. Jeremy had steak and eggs. What'd you have, Kevin?
Quiche Lorraine.
That's right, quiche Lorraine. We all ate potatoes, and I had a beer. Jeremy had a
Ginger beer.
ginger beer. What'd you have, Kevin?
The Rocheport 75.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Crap.
My beer was good. I had stag beer, which is a
I still drank it.
standard. Yeah, he still drank it. He didn't throw it away. But they were very nice. They filled, gave us ice and water, and it was a good place. I wish I could remember the name of it. But you guys remember?
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
I took a picture of the
I
menu.
did take a picture of it.
But that place was cool. They had the wood oven fired up to make pizzas later in the day. They do brunch on Sundays till 2, and then they were going to switch over and do.
It's the Rocheport Winery at Mount Nebo Inn.
There you go. Nice place, man. So Rocheport was very bike friendly.
Yeah. They had that River Gnome as you
Oh,
enter
yeah.
town as well.
Me and Jeremy missed it. We went through the tunnel and we were just trying to get to the end. But we had the River Known. I guess you could check. Was that going to be on the Headspace and Tasting Facebook page?
Sure.
We'll post all our pictures.
Yep.
Um,
And then leaving Rocheport, that's when we came across the old explosive storage area for the railroad,
yeah, that was pretty cool.
tucked in off the trail,
Water falling
under
down.
inside a bluff.
Mm-hmm.
Weird because it was. The whole thing was full of water. Not a great spot for explosives.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to get your TNT wet.
Like there's water nowhere else except right there.
Yeah, it was just that was a strange thing. I wonder if that's because they did something to like blast in and it cracked and some water leaked or something. I don't know. I wonder what the history of that is.
Well, I mean, it's not open. I mean, they don't use it anymore, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, I wonder when the water started flowing through there. Wasn't really flowing, it was more dripping everywhere. But a lot of butterflies hanging around getting some water. That was cool. Then we had the pictographs. Pictogram or pictograph?
Pictograph.
Pictogram?
Graph.
Graphs. Yeah, pictographs. That's what I thought. But they were
Or
no,
petroglyphs.
not petroglyphs, are they?
Yeah.
I thought they were calling them pictographs. Can't remember. It's been a long day, long couple days. But they were noted by Clark, Lewis and Clark, and they wrote about it, right? Seeing them. Yeah, that I know that petroglyphs are what they're called, but I think on the sign they were calling them pictographs.
It is Missouri.
Yeah, that's true.
I know we did see someone handwriting
Yeah.
in Pilot Grove, "Happy Birthday." I think they meant birthday, but you never know. I don't
Happy
know.
bath day, or maybe they were celebrating their annual bath. I think too. But yeah, that it's very weathered. You can hardly see it. We do have pictures. We'll post them and we'll see if you can find them. And yeah, then we were just back at the grind, right? There's the same scenery over and over and over again. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I convinced him to stay at Airbnb because last night's sleeping experience was minimal.
It was rough, dude.
Like everything was lit up. There was kids at the playground, teenagers screwing around, dogs barking every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
There was the fans running for the silos to
the grain
dehydrate.
elevator.
Grain elevator, man, is nonstop. I'm like, this is amazing. It was hot.
It was very hot down there. The weird thing is, like, we walked to Casey's to get some water and stuff. And on the way back, as soon as we approached the park and on the downhill slope, it like rose 10 degrees at least.
It was hot.
It was like, what the hell just happened?
That night, and I did the whole ride.
It felt good until we hit the park.
I was so wired, I did not even start to drift off to sleep until just after midnight.
Man, I slept like a log until like midnight, and then I was tossing and turning. And
Overall, the cot or the hammock I was in was fine. It's just I'm not used to sleeping with my feet above my head anymore. So that was hard to get used to.
well, I was on the concrete with my air mattress, which was a terrible decision. Because I'm a side sleeper, and so every time I rolled on my side, my shoulder would touch the concrete or in my hip, and so that was
Do we talk about our
unique.
final approach to the Airbnb?
Yeah, let's talk about that, Jeremy. Describe what happened when we got to the depot, right? And we're trying to find food, but it's Sunday after evening.
Yeah.
And there's only one place open, and that's a bar.
Luckily, along the way, there was a farmer stand that
Yeah.
Kevin bought us a pack of eggs.
Yeah, we had a dozen eggs.
That became our dinner.
Mm-hmm. And then, so we're trying to find some food. We go down the street towards the bar. I can't remember what it was called now.
Hitching post.
The hitching post. And as we got about 200 to 100 feet away,
The waft of smoke.
you could smell the cigarette
cigar
smoke.
smoke. Gross.
So,
They only had pizza.
Yeah. So we had
After
to,
last night's debacle of crappy Casey pizza.
oh, yeah, that was disgusting. So then we were like, hey, we got the eggs. Let's just get to Airbnb and cook these eggs.
So the directions on the thing said turn right for the signs for the moonlit cabin or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it did not read further down that our cabin was called something different. So I made poor Kevin walk an extra quarter mile, like straight
Up a
uphill,
mountain.
carrying a 50-pound loaded bike.
Well, the ride down was all downhill, severely downhill.
Oh yeah, we turned around. I was like, death.
And
Ride the brakes.
yeah. So it was I was like, are you sure that's not it? That's the farmhouse. We're staying at the farmhouse. No, we're at the moonlit cabin. Okay. So we go up there, and it's just a one room shack with an outdoor shower. I was like, I don't think this is it, Jeremy. So I pulled up the text and I was reading through. Yeah, we're definitely staying at the farmhouse that we passed
Yeah.
500 feet down the mountain.
The last time I carried that much weight up a hill that steep, I was in the Army.
Yeah.
And then you get all the way to the top. You're finally at the top. And we get there, and there's an outhouse
Yeah.
and just a building. And we're going, they probably don't even have running water.
Did you see the sign that said shower and it had an arrow pointing towards the woods? Like, I don't know what else.
I'm just going, there is no way. This is where we're staying tonight. Where's the city park?
Yeah, let's head back to town. Go stay at the ball fields. Yeah, so we were going to sleep out in the baseball fields, the American Legion baseball fields. And first, thank them for allowing people to camp there. That was cool. I got to call that lady and let her know we did not stay there, so she doesn't think we stiffed her on a donation. But we decided Airbnb tonight, and I'm super grateful because we got to the house. We got all picked our rooms, three bedrooms, one bathroom, a full kitchen with a washer and dryer. Clothes are in the dryer now. And Jeremy cooked up a dozen eggs. And I looked through all the pantry because I know Airbnbs, there's always something people leave behind food-wise. And so we found a bag of, what would you call it? Rice.
Instant rice.
Instant rice and a can of beans. So we had beans and rice over scrambled eggs with a chopped up beef stick in it, which it ended up being really good. It hit the spot big time. It was really, really good. And
I think with day 2 here under the belt,
I think the hard part's all over.
Yeah,
After
we have
today.
less than 50 miles the next 3 days. But weather could play a factor. Wildlife, who knows what we're going to see. And we just played a game of Farkle, had a little drink, and that's it for today. Anything else, guys?
We're going to sleep well.
Yeah, definitely going to sleep well. Showered. Oh, I forgot to say we showered, which I don't know about you guys, but as I was using that shower head, it was just the whole bottom of the tub was just dirt, like mud coming off me, dirt. It was dusty today out there. So looking forward to day 3, and we'll see you on the next clip.
Ciao.
All right, boys, day 3. We just got done with a rousing couple of games of Farkle. Let's talk about today. We started out in Hartsburg and hit the trail about 7:30.
Yep.
Yeah, right about.
And then we went to Jefferson City, which was a pretty cool ride across the river.
Yep. Kevin enjoyed the elevation.
Yeah, not a fan of taking the ramp. It's like going through Old Bush Stadium.
Yeah, you just keep going around and
all,
around.
all
and
the way
around.
up.
Or was there 5?
4 or 5 levels.
4 or
It
5
was
levels.
4 levels.
4 levels.
Smoked my legs going up, and then you hit Jeff City, and then you smoke your legs again on the hills
Yeah,
just to get to the state capitol. But it was cool.
it was cool. We went, saw the state capitol, went inside, we kind of breezed through the museum part real quick. Saw some cool things, got some good pictures.
Mhm.
Then we from there we went and tried to find something to eat. Ended up at a Mediterranean coffee shop, I think is
Yep.
what they called it.
Yeah,
Had good food, man.
the Isle of something.
Is that what they call it? It was
Start
called
with a Y. Y-A-R.
Giannis.
Something.
Giannis's. The breakfast. Yeah, I had Giannis number 1, which was a feta omelet with parsley, I think.
Yeah.
And some insanely spicy ketchup or something. I don't know what that
I think
was.
that was ketchup.
Just a hot sauce.
Yeah.
But it was good. Put that on there. Then we got some pita bread. Was that pita or naan?
Yeah, it was pita.
Pita.
Naan bread.
It was good. And a coffee.
Yeah.
It wasn't pita bread.
Oh, it
It
wasn't?
wasn't.
It was naan.
Pita opens up in the middle, right?
Yeah, this stuff didn't open up in the
No,
middle.
this was naan bread. Then we had what did we tried to hit the bike shop because we thought we might be having some mechanical issues.
Yeah, they weren't open on Mondays.
Yeah.
And no mechanical issues, just something felt weird.
Yeah.
It's still holding okay.
Then we went back across the river.
Yep.
Went down the elevator of Doom.
Was a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a little bit
It
easier.
was nice.
Burned up the brakes a little bit.
Yep.
For 2 days now.
Yeah.
Serious brake burning for 2
Right.
days.
Then we ran into somebody that we saw in Pilot Grove. It was a solo traveler.
Yeah.
She's from Europe somewhere,
How was she?
German or Danish or Dutch.
Yeah, one of those accents.
She's doing a solo trip, and she was stopped going all the way to Herman tonight.
Yeah, she never passed us up one time, and even our extended
No.
breaks. I don't know when she planned on getting to Herman.
I don't know. either.
Maybe about now.
Yeah, somewhere about now.
Yes.
But
Found a dog friend.
yeah, and then about Tebbets, we called some folks that make sandwiches.
Yeah, drop off. She's a few minutes away from that location.
Great sandwich, by the way.
It was. I called her 5 miles before her stop point, thinking she's further down. And she says, I get there in 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, damn it, I gotta make 5 miles in 15 minutes.
And Jeremy took off and got his first good workout end of the trip.
Yeah, because right when you took off for that, I mean, we were stopped at a tree that was across the trail.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where we kind of took our little break.
Oh yeah, we saw the maintenance crew because we were wondering how do they maintain these the trail and all that stuff. It was just a dude in a pickup truck driving down the Katy Trail.
Yeah, I saw him off in the distance. I got my camera out real quick. So I was like, who is driving on the trail? About to take a picture or get shot, one of the two.
Yeah, it was a wildlife guy. Or
Yeah,
ranger?
he worked for the
I saw his target
Department.
Rex or whatever
Yeah.
it was. People.
He wore a high vis shirt, so that was good enough for me.
yeah. He had the emblem on the side of the truck, the DNR.
That's what it was. Part of that source.
So yeah, then we were heading out of Tebbets, and we saw a couple of dogs. I yelled out stray dogs ahead, and they kind of ran off to the woods for a minute, for a second, and we thought, okay, cool, they're gone. And then one came out of the woods running right at me. I had to prepare to jump off my bike and defend myself, and he just gave me a sniff and a little lick. He's a friendly dude, and we thought, okay, dogs. One dog took off, this one's whatever. Let's go, and we started riding down the trail, and that fool just kept up with us nonstop for the next 15 miles, going between 8 and 12 miles an hour.
Yep.
Yeah,
He just
this is
ran
not
right
an
on us.
exaggeration, folks. This dog ran for 15 miles.
He did get a break halfway because we stopped to get supply.
Oh yeah, we stopped. What was the name of that little place we stopped at with the campground?
That was in Portland.
Portland. Yeah, we
Yeah.
stopped in Portland, Missouri, and I went up to the bar and grill. I thought it was a convenience store or something.
Yeah.
Ended up being a bar and a grill. So,
Yeah, she had a dozen eggs in her
Yeah.
cooler. She wouldn't let me buy them.
yeah, they're for the boss. Somebody brought them in. I tried to buy their eggs out from under them. I tried to get a few folks in the bar to take the dog. They said, hell no.
Yeah.
Portland.
Portland is where the rain showers started.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're riding the last 7 miles, 6 of it was in the rain.
Had a decent amount of rain. Not just sprinkles.
No, it was nice, and then it was a light shower, and then it was a heavy rain. Not a real hard rain, but it was a heavy rain
Mm-hmm.
that finally let up.
Yeah, it was where I was like, man, I wonder if we should be concerned about flash floods because it's so dry. All the creeks we've passed, I've only seen that maybe 2 or 3 that had water in them.
Yeah, the bigger ones.
And so I was like, oh, shoot, I wonder if we got to worry about a flash flood coming down the hill on our left, But
Yeah, and then, that only
up.
made for riding on the trail a little bit more difficult because it got a little soggy
yeah, it's a little sloppy.
pedaling.
Mm-hmm. Did you guys notice it was right before the very light sprinkling started, we rode through probably like 2,000 butterflies or something.
Oh, yeah, it was like
Oh, yeah.
Butterfield Alley. That was cool.
It was neat.
Monarchs and a bunch of other ones.
Yeah.
Saw another black snake,
Black snakes. I
saw a deer,
Turtle.
turtles. Yeah. I saw a armadillo, which I'm surprised that dog didn't take off after it. He must not have seen it.
Yeah, probably not. Because he went after the squirrels.
Yeah, every squirrel that ran by, he wanted to get it.
either that or he has experience with armadillos.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's it.
It's a waste of time. Turtles and armadillos are a waste of time. So we rolled into our stop here for the night. It's an Airbnb that not Airbnb. It's just a temporary rental. Jeremy set up, and it's a very nice farmhouse, beautiful property, very comfortable. We got our showers.
The people did forget we're coming, though.
Yeah,
But luckily, it was empty.
yeah.
And the nice
for
thing
real.
is they felt guilty, so they stopped at the grocery store on their way back and got us some food for tomorrow. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
very nice. Okay.
did you get butter for the eggs too?
No.
Yeah, this
Oh.
place is called the Second Chance Landing. It's right on the Katy Trail, and if anybody wanted to ever
Yeah, Neil.
stay at an Airbnb
Wedding venue.
right near Herman, it's a nice little joint.
Yeah. Should we tell? We didn't talk about our dinner last night.
Oh, yeah.
We had a dozen eggs that we bought at a trailside shack
At a farmer's house.
at a farmer's house that was just honor system. Write down what you took and put the money in the can.
Yep.
And so we got a dozen eggs, and that was what we were going to eat. I had
For breakfast. the
for
next
breakfast. Yeah, and
day. Town was all shut down. Nobody was
everything was closed on Sunday, except one bar. that we were riding up to, and you could smell the cigarette smoke coming from it from
Yeah.
about 100 yards away. So we said, nah, we'll skip that. And we got to our house, the Airbnb, and luckily some awesome travelers before us left some food behind. So we had rice and beans. They were chili beans
Yep.
with what was it, broccoli cheddar rice or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
So we cooked that up, and then we cut up a beef stick, couple beef sticks, and then scrambled eggs in that, and then we had chili beans with rice and eggs, and it actually was really tasty.
And filling.
It was a nice full meal.
Yeah, it was really good, man. That just reminds me of, like, you do the long ruck marches, and then they have chow on for you when you get back, and you're just like, oh my God, this is the best.
Yeah, it didn't matter what the food was,
No.
really.
It was the best food I've ever had in my life. I remember we did a long hike with the Boy Scouts and my sons, and they made like a big 5-gallon pot of spaghetti. And those kids were just like, this is so good. What'd you put in this? This is the best spaghetti I've ever had. And I'm just sitting back like, yeah, that's the way it is, man. So good times on the trail today. Even the rain wasn't bad at all. It was kind of refreshing.
Because it was pretty hot.
Yeah,
It was, and it cooled off the temperatures afterwards, and suddenly I got a new burst of energy.
knocked the dust down because the trail's starting to get a little dusty.
Yeah.
The closer we get to Herman, I think it's probably more traveled out this way.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But Jeff City was a great bike-friendly town. That was cool. They had bike lanes on all the streets. And,
Nice big hills.
very easy to get into.
Oh, and walking into the Capitol, what did you see?
Oh,
Posted on the door?
yeah, on the door it says that concealed firearms are permitted. You can carry a concealed pistol or a concealed weapon.
You
It didn't say concealed
You
weapon.
can't have anything besides a concealed carry pistol.
Yeah, CC. You have to be.
Other types of weapons were not allowed. So I
Yeah.
did not get to go inside the building.
Yeah, because his fists are deadly weapons. Registered deadly weapons.
I was actually just watching the bikes.
Yeah, Jeremy sat out because he'd been there before. I've never been, and I plan on bringing Caitlin back down to do the full tour. That'd be really fun.
If you plan ahead, they'll actually let you sit in on the Congress in session.
I don't care about those bastards, man.
Fair enough.
Bunch of thieves. And tomorrow we're gonna have breakfast. We're gonna go to Herman.
Yep.
Check that place out. We'll get back on the trail, and our stop is at Klondike Park, where we have a campsite set up, and we'll be back and let you know about what happens tomorrow. We'll see if this dog follows us all the way to St. Charles County,
Yeah, poor dog.
but I don't think he will. I think he's just a
Local.
trail traveler, maybe. I don't know. He's a sweet dog, though.
We'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next clip.
Good night, all.
All right, day 4, fellas. We've almost did it. We almost done it. What'd you think about today, Kevin?
Not too bad. There was a lot of sunlight today. A lot of open land, flat, a lot of pedaling. The area between Herman and Marthasville, I think was the worst of the entire trail.
Yeah, got roasted.
Personal opinion. No stops along the way. And that's 18 miles, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was
18
close to
miles.
18, yeah.
So that was a little rough one.
What'd you think, Jeremy?
It's good. Had to start the day off with returning Rocky the dog.
Yeah.
We found out it has an owner, so we backtracked the dog a bit and then dropped some food and scooted out.
He tried to follow you for a little bit, didn't he?
Yeah, but we sped away. He couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
Not today.
So we did, Caitlin, I sent pictures to Caitlin. She went on the Katy Trail Facebook page and posted, and the owner messaged her and said that he's a traveling dog. He likes to get out on the trail. Usually he has a collar that just said, I'm on an adventure, and with the owner's phone number. And I guess people call him and the owner goes pick him up. But he said, man, that's the farthest he's been away from the house, 15 miles. So luckily, he didn't follow us any further because we went across some trafficked areas, roads to get to Herman, and we were able to ditch him. So we started out in Rhineland,
Yes.
Rhineland, or just outside of the town of Rhineland, but beautiful rental there, country old farmhouse, and had a venue. What was the name of the place?
Second Chance something.
Second Chance Landing.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, they have a wedding venue, and I'm guessing the silo. They converted a silo into like an apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. That I'm guessing the brides could stay there the night before the
It's
wedding.
even just the Airbnb. I got to see it this morning. They did it really, really nice.
Yeah, and then so we stayed in the farmhouse, which is the original farmhouse in the property that they completely restored. And
To 1950s era.
yeah, it's beautiful. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Well, technically 2 bathrooms. The laundry room had a toilet and a shower in there.
That's the one I actually used.
Yeah, it was a good shower.
Convenient.
I about
yes.
killed myself getting in the 1950 bathtub shower. Luckily, it had those little white strips going across it. Saved my life. It was a beautiful morning. We headed out. It was foggy. Made for a real pretty sunrise. And we were just riding through the fog. And at one point, I thought I saw the steam from a nuclear power plant because we were riding in the like the testing zone. You know, the I guess the safety zone of it.
Right.
And as we got closer, I was like, "Oh, dang, man, that's a tree!" And so that brought us on to, talking about the fog of war. Maybe that was probably literally a thing. When guys were shooting black powder guns, the smoke would just hang in the air, and the powder from the cannons and all that probably created a fog and confused stuff on the battlefield.
Or even before that, just moving in fog and, knowing somebody's out there and you're rattling your swords against your shields and stuff.
Yeah.
And if I scare people,
Oh, imagine
out of
like
their minds.
the Romans going through the German woods, and you had those the natives there. Just they knew the land, they knew the weather, and they could hide, and they had camouflage and didn't fight like the Romans. That'd be terrifying on both sides, actually, going up against the Romans. But so that was fun. We saw some more pretty bridges. What were the ages, Jeremy?
1926 were half of them, and then the 1897 was the other ones.
Yeah, just American steel bridges, or not suspension. What would those be called? Truss bridges.
Yep.
I guess. And they're still standing strong. And
We saw the 1993 flood line on one of them.
yeah, the marker for the flood, 93 flood was on one. It was about 8 foot over my head. I'm 6 foot tall, and that marker, the bridge was probably 20 foot off the creek.
Yeah, probably.
So you're talking 34 feet high right there.
Yeah.
a lot of water.
That is a ton of, man, that's unbelievable. Then what else did we see today, guys?
Went to Herman.
Went to Herman.
Saw the Amtrak train thing, or you said that, didn't you?
No.
No, that's your wife.
That's what I mean.
Saw 8 old men contemplating life.
Yep. So old country folk just sitting there watching the tugboats go by. And I don't know, are these things called tugboats? They're just pushing barges.
Yeah.
I guess they're dredging up sand and dirt and stuff. But Herman was cool. We saw, what was the name of the sausage place?
The worst house.
Worst House. It was pretty cool. They had a bratwurst vending machine out front. And pretty much every type of meat encasing that you could imagine. 100 different types of brats.
Their shirts said, "The only BS I like is bacon and sausage."
Okay. They had local whiskey. How many? There's 4 distilleries in Herman? Or 3?
I think so.
I think there's 4. And then there's a brewery, probably a couple breweries.
And the winery.
And then the wineries. So that's a
lot of alcohol.
if you want to get drunk, go to Herman, I guess.
Especially in October.
Yeah. So from Herman, we met our friend on the trail that we'd seen the day before. Her name is Charlotte, and she's from the UK, Milford Keynes, United Kingdom, which is north of London. And I meant to look it up on my phone just to check it out, see what the town looks like. But she's traveling solo across the Katy Trail. She's actually riding. She came to New York, rode a bike across New York, took a train, ended up here in Missouri, and is riding the Katy Trail solo. And she's a very pleasant young lady.
Mm-hmm.
She was fun to talk to. Me and her had a long conversation. I lost track of time. I lost track of Kevin and Jeremy. We were just talking about, the difference between England and the United States now, and some of the turmoil that's going on, or some of the turmoil that they're showing on the news that might not be what's actually happening. So that was pretty interesting. And she talked about how much she liked it here in the States and how everybody was very friendly. So congratulations, anybody who came into contact with Charlotte, and you were very nice and polite, being great ambassadors for the United States. We appreciate it. And she was a good ambassador for the UK. Very pleasant. And so she's moving on. She stopped in Washington tonight, I believe, and then she's trying to catch a train to Chicago out of St. Louis, probably Kirkwood.
Yes.
And then back to New York, and then she's going to head back to England. So then from there, where did we go? It was pretty long, lonely roads from there.
From there was Marthasville.
Yeah. We stopped at a
Twin Gables Bar.
Twin Gables Bar.
Definitely a local country bar.
Yeah.
Nice folks.
Food was great.
Good food, man. Real good food. Filled up our water jugs there and filled our bellies. And then we drove past the Daniel Boone's former burial site.
Mm-hmm.
There's no markers on the Katy Trail, so that would be something I would suggest. Put a marker on the trail, let you know where that is. But he's not buried. Him and his wife aren't buried there anymore. They moved to Kentucky. Yeah, and there was just a lot of sun, man, today. A lot of sun.
Yep. And then we ended up here in Augusta, Klondike Park.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was finished with hills until we had to climb the latest mountain to get off the Katy Trail up into Klondike Park.
But this was no comparison to Mount Jeremy from the other day.
No. This was 3 minutes at a 75-foot elevation difference.
75 feet elevation. Yeah, what do you think? It was about a 60-degree incline?
That wasn't that much.
45?
I'd say 30.
30? Okay.
30, and it took 3 minutes of walking, and
it'll be fun to ride down tomorrow.
Rough.
Full brakes. I did notice, and I think Jeremy did too, our cranks and gear cassettes are starting to sound a little funny. A lot of sand and dirt and dust in there.
Yeah. My brakes are getting a tad bit squishy.
Yeah.
Not enough to make any impact tomorrow, but they are getting a little squishy.
Yeah, I've been relying on my front brake a little bit more.
Yeah, me too.
Because I can feel the difference in my handle. I don't know, those called brake handles?
Yep.
Okay. But so far so good, man. I almost wrecked today. That was interesting. Just hit a couple bumps and then pushed my bike off to the edge of the trail, and I went sideways and put my leg down and caught myself and just took right on riding.
That's all we heard. Looked back and you're yelling out, "I'm good."
Yeah. Yep. I told you guys before the trip, if anybody's going to get hurt, it's going to be me. I'm always that guy.
Well, you got one more day.
Yeah, one more day to go, guys. Tomorrow is it.
And here we are in the middle of the blackness of Klondike Park.
Yeah.
And
some light pollution over yonder.
Yeah, but that's it. Just one or two lights on the roadways.
Yeah, not too bad. Hopefully we can keep the armadillos out of our tents tonight.
Yeah.
I'm storing the food, so we'll see how that goes. Anything else to add, boys?
We got a nice delivery drop from the wives.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. That's a good way to close. Our beautiful wives. Jeremy's couldn't make it, but she's still a beautiful wife. And she would if she could, but she was, what did you have going on?
They had cross country.
Oh,
practice.
Yeah, that's not a short thing.
No.
So, Caitlin and Gail came out and brought us dinner. Emma came out too, did some exploring. That was fun. And we ate, got refilled on some good water, and kicked them out of here. So that was very great. We're very appreciative of that support. That was nice. So tomorrow's the last day. We're going to ride from Klondike Park to Mockins, to the end of the trail. And along the way, we're going to probably make some stops at the Lewis and Clark Boathouse Museum. Is there anything between there and there? Defiance.
The butterflies.
Oh yeah, well the butterfly display, the
We'll see them
Mothra.
every time we ride, but
We'll
we
see
didn't take
Mothra.
pictures because of the trail ride.
Apparently there's a judgment tree, which I'm not really sure what that is, but we're going to look that up.
Yeah, it's either a Judgment or Independence Tree,
Independence
or
Tree.
something like that.
Okay, we'll go check that out. And no big detours off the road though, like today. So it should be a short day.
Yep.
I think we're going to try to catch breakfast in St. Charles, maybe brunch. It'll probably be brunch time by then. I don't know.
I get that close, I'm going to the end. We'll see.
We'll see. Yeah, maybe we can at least stop for a beer. That'd be nice. My daily beer.
Yeah. They've been able to acquire one each day so far.
Yep, one each day. All right, folks. So we'll see you at the end of tomorrow's trip, hopefully around noonish.
Yep.
And we'll do a quick recording there in the parking lot, or maybe back at a cafe or something in St. Charles. And we'll talk to you then. All right, we're back. We'll talk about day 5 from the comfort of my basement. Like I said before, that's going to sound a little bit different. We're using my wireless microphones for this one. The podcast studio has been taken down and packed away, or at least moved aside so we could do pictures for the listing. But day 5, we started out from Klondike Park early in the morning before sunrise. Had a fun ride down the steep hill that we talked about the day 4 recording. We rode down.
I walked my bike down.
Did you? Yeah, I think I burned my brakes out going
Well,
down.
remember, I forgot my glasses.
That's
I'm
right.
not wearing sunglasses in the dark.
Yeah, your only glasses, your prescription was sunglasses.
Yeah, and my headlight wasn't shining as bright onto the roadway as it could. So
And
I
there
just
was
walked it down the hill.
wet leaves on the
Yeah.
blacktop going down to the trail. So it was fun.
I think I went 3 miles an hour down the hill on my brakes.
Yeah, riding both my brakes. Then we made a sharp left onto the trail, and we are in, at this point on the trail, we're in familiar territory because this was our training ground
100%.
for me and Kevin. Did you go out that far on your training rides, Jeremy? Starting from where you started?
I don't think I went quite that far. I was
Okay.
probably like 10 miles in.
Okay.
I always hit up. the creek
Yeah,
border.
you started at 364, which is, I don't even know how far from where we start.
About 8 miles less.
Yeah. And we were ready to go. I know I was like, let's hit this trail and get this.
Yeah, everything was getting to the point of like, okay.
Yeah, I realized that.
soreness is here.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm trying to just maintain the same pace.
Yeah.
Picked it up some.
It was good. It was pretty uneventful. We stopped at the Bike Stop Cafe for breakfast in downtown St. Charles.
Some of the
And-
Greek goddess, I think all of us had the same thing.
Yeah, I had the Greek goddess. It was good.
It was.
And then I found a can of beer that's called Clutch It, which Clutch is my favorite band. So I was like, I got to buy this to have it down in the bar. Stuffed it in my bag, carried a little more weight. And we did some maintenance on our bikes. Me and Jeremy hosed off our gears because they were sounding crazy.
It's all the dust, and then that short rain we got it, like they were grinding. So
Yeah.
the bike stop was real nice and sprayed them out for us.
Yep, sprayed off our gears. Jeremy bought a little bottle of lube. We lubed up, and
Yeah, we didn't even make it, 300 meters, and then you lost a spoke.
yeah, that's when I discovered my spoke was broken because I cleaned everything out and we're riding along,
Tink, tink, tink,
and they
tink.
started hearing this metallic clinking, and pulled over, and one of my spokes was broken. I think what did it was that construction down past the casino by the family arena.
Yeah, the hose across the path.
Yeah, they had that big
And then that
plastic
plastic.
speed bump over the top of it, and I hit it pretty hard because I didn't know it was so squared off. I
Yeah.
thought it was like a round thing, and I think that's what did it for me. So my wheel was a little wobbly, and so I was just praying that it would hang on until we got to the end, and it ended up being kind of a minor thing, no big deal.
Yeah.
I guess when one spoke is missing, all the other ones kind of pull the rim out of center.
It was a little crooked, but not bad.
Not bad. Then it got pretty warm. Got a little warm north of St. Charles, but we had the river to our right and cornfields to our left.
Yep.
And it was pretty, and you could feel it. Like I could feel the end is close. Like we're about to finish this thing. And I have to be honest. Like I was in a lot of pain this day since my near wreck. From then on, my back was really hurting, and I was starting to get some sciatic pain shooting down both my legs, where I felt like my legs were not working properly.
Yeah, I'm sure sleeping on the ground all night was helpful.
Yeah, sleeping in the tent. And we can talk about that night. So we recorded our thing, and we kind of retired to our areas. We had the whole primitive campsite to ourselves, which was cool. So we spread out, and I was over near a section of woods where I think there was a little creek back there, maybe. Or
Yep, there was.
I should have known better. That's where the critters are gonna roam, where the water is. But I didn't want to bother anybody with my snoring, so I kind of went farther away from everybody. And I woke up. It was about 1 a.m. I was woken up by the smell of a skunk, and it was very strong odor. I was like, "Dang, I guess a skunk must have sprayed nearby or something." And I tried to roll over, but then I started hearing little footsteps outside my tent, and the skunk was just going around my tent, and I realized he was probably trying to find the bananas that I had in there. I put the bananas down by my feet, to keep them from getting stolen by raccoons or whatever. So he was probably hunting for those bananas. So I told the guys I defended our breakfast with bravery and honor against a skunk. So I laid there just silent and tried not to move, let him do his thing and sniffer. And then it would go away. I fall asleep. He would come back. I wake up, and it was just an ongoing battle of, stay still. Don't try to scare it so it doesn't spray you, because that would have been a miserable day, getting sprayed by a skunk and then have to ride the last 30 miles.
You would have rode it by yourself.
Yeah, I would have been had to stay behind. So then we had Bike Stop Cafe, which was great. Good food. Yeah, I would have been unclean, shunned. And then once we hit north of St. Charles, it was pretty. We were riding through one section, which reminded me of South Carolina. Right now, I was expecting to see some Spanish moss hanging from the tree.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
What I liked about that area north of 370, it was unlike any other part of the trail out of all 243 miles.
Mm-hmm.
In that it was not a straight line. It had curves.
Yeah.
It had different grades of up and down, and it was all tree covered.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting in how that part of the trail was completely unlike all the rest.
Yeah.
So it wasn't boring.
No, it wasn't.
Was it the low point of the trail?
Yeah, we saw the low point.
190
That's where we started to see kind of more swampier areas up there.
Yep.
And we were thankful we weren't camping up there, because the mosquitoes would be crazy. So we got pictures at the high point and the low point.
Yeah, the low point was at 436 feet.
436.
Yeah, and the high point when we started was 955.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, after that high point, we climbed like 1,300 feet. So
did.
it was the weirdest thing. We thought they were lying, so I checked the altimeter on my Garmin watch. I was like, "There's no way." So we made it to Mawkins. We rang the bell.
Yep.
We met a nice couple there that were starting out on the Katy Trail the next day. They were doing a little training run, and they took our pictures for us.
like 500 pictures.
Yeah, I think he said
He was excited.
retired photographer or something like that. He used to
Yeah.
take pictures for a living or something. So he had us pose in a couple different directions, and it was fun. It was kind of the end, but not really, because we had to ride 3 miles back to Black Walnut Depot to get picked up. So I put the Rocky soundtrack on and listened to some of that on the way back.
And then your wife kept changing Spotify.
Yeah, my wife kept stealing the Spotify.
And then once we got back to
Black Walnut.
Black Walnut. Wives were waiting there.
Yeah.
Popped champagne.
Mm-hmm.
Toasted.
Had a toast. Jeremy took off.
It was a lot of that climactic, really. I mean,
It kind of was.
it was like, we're done.
Yeah, let's just get out. I need a shower.
My dad took me to Sugar Fire. We had lunch for a while and sat around and talked for about an hour and a half. That was fun.
Oh, wow. All right. In your bike uniform? In your bike outfit?
Oh, yeah. I didn't care.
Nah. I bet that was good food, man. Me and Caitlin actually rode by the house that we're under contract for, just to
Peek at it.
look at it and be like, okay, yeah, we're doing the right thing. And we went through the park that's nearby and got refocused. You know, the focus was on me for the trip, and the focus has been on me for a while for training and all that sort of stuff. So now we're going to change focus on family and stuff like that. So total, my Garmin bike computer, with all of our little excursions off the trail and all that sort of stuff, I clocked 265.99 miles.
Say,
Man,
Okay.
I just missed 266.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. But I call it 266 just to be easy. 266. And you know, me and Kevin, we just started riding our bike 4 months ago.
yeah, May.
In May. I think this is a pretty damn good achievement to ride. It's the longest rail trail in the United States, the Katy Trail. We saw the diverse areas of Missouri, from the Osage Plains to the Ozark Divide, and then into the Missouri River bottoms, which was really, really cool to see.
Yeah, we actually saw different cultures along the way,
It's different cultures for sure. Yeah.
all in the same state.
All super friendly though.
Yes.
We never ran into anybody that we were like, man, these people are jerks, or they, you know, there might have been some towns I think we talked about that were less bike friendly.
Got some good stares in Sedalia when I went to the restroom in my bike pants.
Yeah, that was, yeah. And I think Sedalia was probably the least bike friendly of all,
I do think so.
which is strange because the trail cuts right through the center of town. But there's like, Jeff City was cool. I'm going to take Caitlin and the family back down there to check that out and, you know, do some more studying of Missouri history. And I think if I'm going to do it again, I'll probably do that Rock Island spur that comes from Kansas City down to the Katy Trail.
How far is that spur? Do you
I
know?
It's
don't.
about 30 miles.
Yeah, I don't think it's
Extra 30?
Yeah,
Get you almost right to the Kansas border.
right.
Uh-huh. Does that go by the Amtrak or no?
I think you can take the Amtrak up to there and start. But from what we were talking about before, taking the Amtrak with a bicycle is a little sketchy because it's hard to get on quick enough to.
Yeah, we had those three ladies we ran into on was that the last day? And they were having a problem where their train broke down twice. Remember
Yeah,
that?
yeah. And they decided just to start riding their bike.
Start wherever they were. Yeah.
Oh,
And they had their time.
good old
break.
government subsidized Amtrak.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was definitely a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah.
Getting through it. And I actually had to look up, you know, because we all have different definitions of what does it mean to have a sense of accomplishment.
Right.
Right. So I actually did look that up, and about every part of it fit what it was that I was experiencing. I was having a positive emotional experience, pride and satisfaction that comes from achieving a goal, mastering a difficult task,
Mhm.
or completing something significant through personal effort. and I could check all those blocks
Yeah,
on
I
it.
wholeheartedly agree.
And definitely say, yes, it was a sense of accomplishment.
It was tough, but doable, and it felt like, yeah, I definitely felt my age a little bit and the wear and tear on my body, but it was a good challenge.
Yeah, was it worth it?
I'm not dead yet. That's the kind of remind me, like, dude, you still got some left. You know, it was definitely worth it. It was worth the training, the effort, the expense, all that.
Would I do it again? No.
No.
And I asked myself why I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
And the reason why I wouldn't do it again isn't out of health or anything like that. It's the fact that there's just
So much to do.
there's nothing there. I mean, I rode the trail. I saw the sights. I got the pictures.
Yeah.
Why would I do that again just to ride the trail, see the sights, get the pictures?
What if Gail said she wanted to do it?
No. I would
Find
still
your own
do.
friends.
I would still do something else.
That's hilarious.
Me and Jeremy.
At that point, it was my experience, and why would I want to, lack of a better term, contaminate my experience with trying to include other people to do the same thing?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, they may have a great time, but my second time around, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. You know, you're gonna pedal here, you're gonna go up that hill, and it just for me, it would not be the same experience. Even from a social aspect, it would not be the same.
Okay.
I think it was a one-off and, once in a lifetime deal. And, if I'm going to do something with my wife, I'm going to do something that she and I haven't done and do that together for that experience.
Okay. Have a unique experience together.
Yes.
That's better. Yeah. Jeremy and I were talking at one point in the trail, like, are we going to do it again next year? And I'm like, yeah, man, but maybe in 3 days. Try to do it in 3 days instead of 5.
Skip the camping.
Make it a little bit more of a challenge, a biking challenge, but stay in an Airbnb or wherever, hotels, whatever. Or maybe go the other direction, start in St. Charles and go to Kansas City.
I'm certain I can do it in 4 instead of the 5 that we did.
Yeah.
I'm certain I can do it in 4.
We would just have to.
If you're just pedaling the trail, you skip all the extra sides.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
For me, I'm not going to try and push 3 days.
I think it would be fun to do St. Louis to Kansas City. I think that would be pretty fun, or vice versa. But there's a lot of other rail trails out there. That couple that we met told us about the
Pennsylvania one.
The one in Pennsylvania, right? Go from Pittsburgh to Washington, D.C.
Yep.
That would be really cool.
So
What is it? The Cumberland?
Something like that. So it was an easy 30-day.
Easy 3-day
Like
trip.
30 miles a day or something.
Oh, yeah, that's really. But that would be fun. Then we have to get through all the military checkpoints at DC, I guess. But
this trip was interesting because I haven't been on a trip in a long time with guys that actually have a camaraderie. Do something hard with a set of guys and get through it together.
Yeah, I think also working out amongst the 3 of us. We worked really well together. Like, somebody always stepped up to do the cooking or the cleaning or setting up the food drop, Airbnb, whatever it is. We kind of all just filled our role and stepped in where we needed to, which was really.
It's nice.
It was nice.
Yeah, there's never that guy.
Yeah, and we never had a moment where it was going to come down to where we're going to start having words about something.
No.
That never even occurred either.
No, not even close. It was just is what it is, man. Nobody whined and complained about anything.
But Matt never won a game of Farkle.
Yeah. I came close. I was dominating one game and it just fell apart.
You were doing good.
It just fell apart. Well, I think me and Caitlin are going to be playing some Farkle. I got to get my skills up, get my strategy straight. And it was fun. We didn't have we did stay in a couple Airbnbs and the TV never came on.
No.
I got some reading done. I wrote letters to Emma every night in my little journal to her. It was just really a good time of quiet and reflection. There was a lot of times. The only time I played music on the radio was at the very end. I played one song when we were
near the beginning, right? Or was it?
No, it was maybe the fourth day.
It was during the hills.
The hills, yeah.
When everybody was dying.
Yeah, so try to get a little motivation going. And then at the end, a little celebratory music. But that was it. Most of the time, it was just listening to the tires on the gravel.
Yep.
And the wind in the ears.
The wind in your ears, yeah.
Conversation here and there.
Just a little bit of conversation, yeah. We met Charlotte. I had a long conversation with her. We talked about her, and she's on her way back home by now, I'm sure, back to the UK. But that was about it, I think. It was a lot of quiet time, and I really enjoyed it.
Any lingering effects? For me, my right leg is still bugging me.
Yeah. My back, I have to give glory to God on that last day. I was praying from like when we left Bike Stop Cafe and started out, I was having some serious back, really the last day and a half, 2 days, I was having some serious pain. But I didn't want to say anything to anybody because Jeremy would be worrying like mother hen, and I didn't want to bring anybody down. I didn't want to whine and complain about it. I think I mentioned one time I was like, I think I'm hurt. Like, I think my back really hurts. But it was a quiet thing I mentioned. But yeah, when we got in about 370, north of 370 and on, it just felt like my legs weren't working right. And
we should have brought some Advil.
Yeah, I was just praying, and so give glory to God for that, for getting me to the end without passing out or falling off my bike or something crazy. And since we've been home, it's just been about taking it easy, getting my stretching and rehab stuff done, not doing anything too crazy. But I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to be back at it. New goals for the winter, a new training regimen. I still want to ride my bike as long as I can. So I'm going to get back on the bike, but completely strip my bike down and see where my pace at. Yeah.
Yeah, after the trail ride, you and I both stripped everything down and rode our bikes for a bit, and I felt no difference.
No?
Which was, to me, a dead giveaway on how worn out my body really was at that moment.
Yeah.
I could push it, but my legs burned out real fast. I pumped it up to about 20 miles an hour, and then I was like, whoa, my legs hurt.
Yeah, the day that we had to distract the dog and then get away from him, when I was pushing my fastest, my legs were like, oh, man, these are 3-day legs for sure.
And so I'm trying to just figure out how to keep this level of fitness for bike riding through the winter time. Jeremy, you have a trainer at home, right? You hook your bike up to it, like you take the wheels off and hook it up to it, or what?
The one I got, actually, the back wheel sits on 2 other wheels.
Okay.
And it grows. They say the best trainers, you'll hook your gears into the actual trainer.
Okay.
But my wife bought me this one for a Christmas present, and she is one that reserves the dollar over the fancy. So I've got it works.
Yeah, her and Caitlin have something in common.
Yeah. And then I have a tablet, like $100 tablet that hooks up to I forget the name of the thing. There's a pretty popular app that goes with it, and you can ride through different rides. It has all set up. And it'll take you to hard and strong, and you can do different kinds of workouts with it.
Neat.
They're cool.
Can you do like stages of the Tour de France and stuff like that?
You can. And then there's a ton of other people on there too. And if you actually pay for it, I got the free version. You can't talk, but if you pay for it, you can actually talk to the people.
Oh,
that
neat.
are on, like, drive by you. Like, often the people that drive by, they'll say good job or whatever. That's a pretty good community.
Neat. Yeah, overall, I think the bicycle community, definitely St. Charles has the biggest biking community out of any town that we saw on our trip. Some of the towns we were going through in the middle of a work day or school day, Columbia. But I think St. Charles is definitely where it's at as far as biking.
Well, and out of all 5 days of our rides, that was the only day which was going through St. Charles County in which we saw a steady stream of people in both directions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for most of the ride, it was just us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say we went through downtown St. Charles area, and they were doing the construction, and there was all the busyness. And then we got past it. I was like, oh, it's so much better without all the crazy gunk. Just peace. Get that so little around here.
Yeah, the trail is nice. Is nicer in St. Charles. Where was it we hit that gray, that darker gray gravel? Was that from Columbia, like just past Columbia, where it was kind of thick,
I forget where it was at.
mushy stuff?
Yeah.
But even that wasn't too bad.
No.
From what I read before we started our trip, people were talking about trail conditions were hard, like blah, 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 all this stuff. I didn't see anywhere where I was thinking,
Yeah. The stuff
bad.
past Green Bottoms, they finally had worn, because they put that real thick stuff that was real hard to ride through for a while.
yeah,
Just finally a worn trail.
because it had gotten washed out pretty good from
That
some
heavy
flooding.
rain, June.
Yeah. But
It's back to good.
it's worn down. It's back to being good. I think I'm going to do more road biking now.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable out on the roadways. I have my lights and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I got to get new lights. Mine all broke.
Yeah, you lost yours on the first day, didn't you?
Day 3 went over a
3?
bump, and then it dropped in the road, and somebody ran over it with their car. I was like, dang it.
But overall, guys, we've talked a lot on this podcast about setting goals or following a path, enjoying the journey. I'd say we did all of that. We set a goal. We had a great time riding together, on weekends and weeknights and talking about it, planning. All that stuff was really fun. And then to achieve the goal that we set out is rare, unfortunately. We said we were going to do it, and we did it.
Yep.
And I'd highly recommend other guys or people listening to this podcast to do that. Set out to do something challenging, prepare, and do it, and you'll feel great.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else to add to this, man. We're on to the next one, right?
Yeah.
We got to find something else to do.
Yeah.
We had something in mind, but I think I'm the only one that still wants to do it. So we have to find something else.
We'll see. What was that?
The
hunting thing?
No, the
340.
340-mile boat race, the canoe race.
Yeah.
You go from Kansas City to St. Charles in a canoe.
I would.
We'll talk about that. We don't have a canoe yet, so we need to figure out how to get a canoe.
If we do it, though, we have to get there's air pockets you can put in the canoe that are built for canoe racers.
Like for your butt, like to sit on, or what?
It's for when you flip your canoe so it doesn't sink, because there's a lot of current in the river.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you flip your canoe, you have a chance of being pulled down, and then you're without a boat.
Oh,
so they got extra air pockets.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Stuff. I'd be up for it, but I'd want to do it quick. I wouldn't want to spend 4 days on the river.
No way, man.
Because the guy that won it last year did it in under a day and a half.
And was he in a kayak or what?
He was in a kayak, and he looked like freaking Mr. America.
Yeah.
Well, it is a 24-hour race. There are no breaks.
No break. You just
unless you're
start
setting a
finish.
break.
There's people that they'll stop on the shore and take a sleep.
Right, but either way, to qualify or to stay in the race and not get disqualified, you have to finish it within 4 days.
Yeah, I totally want to get done in 2 days or less.
Yeah, sitting in a canoe for that long.
That'd be worse than the freaking.
That would be terrible, man. So I'd have to bring a back brace and like I said, one of those hemorrhoid donuts to sit on, so my butt can have a nice cushion.
They got those good canoe chairs that actually sit in that hook into your canoe. They're nice.
Okay, cool.
My family's in floats a lot, and then my sister's got them. They're nice.
Neat. And then there's the 100-mile hike.
The
Mammoth 100. That would be an interesting one.
There's some sore legs after that, man.
Yeah, that would be tough. That hiking on my back, I gotta.
Hike. It's a long hike.
It is long. I've done a couple 25-milers with a 40-pound ruck, but 40? Yeah, 40-pound ruck. And that's zombie land, man. When you hit like mile 18, you're like, yeah, I'm not even alive anymore. I'm just moving.
There's always skydiving.
Nope, I'm done. I'm done with that. No more jumping out of planes for me.
Fair enough.
It's
pretty risky when you got kids.
But I did find that place for that does guided hunts here in Missouri, and you can hunt kind of some exotic.
Man, if you want something crazy, go down to Arkansas and go out to the boar.
Yeah.
If you want something, it's gonna be challenging. Just remember, they can't turn, so run in a circle.
Yeah.
Things are mean.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. All right, guys, let's close it up because I think this is going to be long enough. We
Yeah.
have all those extra recordings we got to add in. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to, you can. Are all the pictures on Facebook on our show Facebook page, Kevin?
Well, I don't have any up yet.
Okay.
We haven't released the show.
Yeah, so we'll post pictures on the Headspace and Tasting podcast Facebook page, and you're gonna put them on Instagram too.
Well, I don't have the account, so
Oh,
you'll have
I
to
don't
throw
have.
them on there.
I don't have an Instagram account.
Nobody does.
We just have the name. It's not X. You're talking about X. We'll do that. If you have any comments or anything you want to add to this show, you can email us at showmemk@gmail.com. Show suggestions if you want to be on the show. Bourbon suggestion. That'd be cool. And I think that's it. Anything else, guys?
One last quote from the bottle, which
Okay.
is one of my favorite Teddy Roosevelt quotes they have on here, which is, he said, "When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all."
That's very good. All right, folks. We'll see you later. Thanks for listening.
Peace out.